News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight, the county moves forward with drive-through testing and an update on how students are now managing their education. News 25 starts now.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Dozens get tested for COVID-19. It's Tuesday, March 31st. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Well, the County Sheriff's Department joined with several other entities to provide drive-through testing for the coronavirus. Here's Brad Francis with more.
Chemisys Laboratory, through Serenity Health, has partnered with the Nye County Sheriff's Office and Nye County to provide drive-up COVID-19 testing in Pahrump, Beatty, and Tonopah. In Pahrump, cars were lined up this morning on Walt Williams Drive, their drivers hoping to get tested for coronavirus. The drive-up testing will be available tomorrow, too. Just head on out to 2100 East Walt Williams Drive. The test will be available from 8 a.m. until noon. The drive-up testing will also be available in Beatty and Tonopah. In Beatty, you can get the test at Beatty Justice Court at 426 C Avenue Thursday, April 2nd from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. And in Tonopah, coronavirus testing is available at Tonopah Justice Court at 101 Radar Road. That again is Thursday, April 2nd from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. All testing is first come, first serve, and organizers say if you don't have symptoms, the COVID-19 test cannot be administered. However, other respiratory infections, including the flu, will be treated. As mentioned, this is a drive-up event. You must stay in your car. To expedite the process, bring a copy of your ID and insurance card on the same page with your phone number. The test itself involves a swab of your nasal cavity and takes about 5 to 7 minutes.
All right, all these announcements, of course, are reposted on our local Prompt Facebook page. You might want to get a pen and paper for this next one to write down information as well. Well, Nye County has taken the following actions as proactive measures to safeguard the citizens of our county against health threats related to the coronavirus, to reduce public gatherings and promote social distancing. The Board of County Commissioners will be conducting their future meetings electronically to reduce those interpersonal contact until the state's declaration of emergency is lifted. Consequently, there will be no physical location designated for future board meetings where members of the public are allowed to attend and participate in person. Copies of the agenda will no longer be posted at physical locations. You can review the following ways to access meeting materials or to participate in upcoming board meetings by going to the State of Nevada Public Notices online at notice.nv.gov. Nye County meetings are at nyecounty.net. The next meeting is this Friday, April 3rd at 10 a.m. The public can view the meeting online at nyecounty.net on granicus.com. You can also see it here on our local Prompt Facebook page where it's streamed, and on our channel 25.3 April 3rd during that meeting. The public may comment by phone during the meeting, and they can participate by calling 602-610-2062. That's 602-610-2062. There's also an access code, 187965. That's 187965. You'll find that on our local Prompt Facebook page if you missed any of those numbers. You can provide your first and last name when prompted. Commenters must press 5 on their telephone keypads to notify the administration that they wish to speak. Commenters will be called upon by name. The chair of the Board of County Commission will open public comment periods by announcement. Please contact the County Administration Office if you have any questions or need assistance regarding the public meetings at 775-482-8191. You can also email them at nyeadmin@co.nye.nv.us. And once again, you can view those meetings right here on KPVM-TV on channel 25.3 on our local Prompt Facebook page, and all those instructions are on there as well. Well, we want to let everybody know that their Nye County Emergency Management was notified as of today of a second positive case for the coronavirus right here in the county. The patient is a male in his mid-40s and lives in Amargosa Valley. The positive test was confirmed through a private clinic. The patient is self-quarantined in his home. Emergency Management has made contact and is continuing to investigate the source of infection and retracing his movements for the past few weeks. Last week, state health officials cleared a Beatty resident who had tested positive for COVID-19 from self-isolation, the only other positive test result in the county to date. Please go to nyecounty.net and follow facebook.com/NyeCounty for any updates or any further information regarding that. And several U.S. companies are now gearing up to manufacture ventilators. Macy's and Kohl's have announced mass layoffs, and some retail workers are staging revolts over health concerns. Angela Miles has all the details.
Tapping our news, corporations are responding to the severe shortage of ventilators for coronavirus patients. Production of ventilators is ramping up at General Motors. The automaker this week will begin manufacturing surgical masks in Warren, Michigan. Richard Branson's Virgin Orbit plans to mass produce ventilators. That company is hoping for a fast track approval from the FDA. Macy's is planning a massive layoff. The department store chain is furloughing most of its 130,000 employees. Macy's stores are closed in the effort to keep coronavirus from spreading. The store closures are expected to take a heavy toll on business. Macy's laid off employees will receive health benefits through May. Kohl's will also be operating with essential staff only for its e-commerce business. Workers from Whole Foods reportedly plan a sick-out strike today. Yesterday, Instacart employees walked out over health concerns. Business is robust for that online grocery shopping business.
Well, more news right after this break.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, the Division of Welfare and Supportive Services has announced additional resources to help applicants use the online benefit portal, Access Nevada. You can go to that portal by going to accessnevada.dwss.nv.gov. You can apply for Nevada Medicaid benefits and nutrition benefits such as Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, also known as food stamps, and the Special Supplemental Nutrition Program for Women, Infant, and Children, or WIC. Well, the medical community has a lot going on right now, and a local couple is doing what they can to help. Chase Shropshire, a Pahrump Valley High School graduate, and his wife Nicole are both med students, but their medical training is on hold right now, so they're doing what they can to help by volunteering and fielding phone calls in coronavirus call centers.
So there's not much we can do to help right now, because I think the biggest problem, as you've seen on TV and in the news, is PPE is sparse. It's limited. People are having to share things, especially the healthcare workers, nurses especially, that have to be around these COVID patients that are affected. So our role is limited because we are not able to utilize it. It needs to be used by the nurses and other attendings and staff that's already been trained. So in the meantime, we're being asked to volunteer in any way that we can, in the form of going to these call centers and kind of screening concerned people that are given information to call in if they happen to be concerned if they have COVID or not. Other than that, our school conference earlier, it's uncertain what's going to be happening over the next couple of months. I know I just talked briefly about our plans, but it's up in the air. It depends on 3 or 4 different national organizations that run different parts of our rotations. And so it's a lot of waiting on what their responses are and then them filtering that information through to us. And so in the meantime, we're doing the best with what we have, which is kind of being safe and volunteering when the opportunity arises.
There are students from my school volunteering to run COVID-19 tests at the site. So there are about 80 or so students who did volunteer. 3 were picked from the 80 volunteers, and they are conducting the tests right now. Otherwise, we are completing an online course to do with pandemics and population health and kind of a way to prepare for this in the future. Otherwise, we're just waiting to hear back when we'll be able to go back and work with patients. We were talking about it yesterday. We do kind of feel guilty. However, we understand the reason for decreasing the amount of people in contact with patients.
And Chase also happens to be a KPVM-TV alumni. He was a technical director for news about 11 years ago. When we return, we're going to tell you about what Great Basin College is doing for their nursing students.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyers, Nye County's injury attorneys. Don't get bullied by insurance companies. Call Jason Ernest and bully them back at 775-727-9500.
Well, Great Basin College has responded to the current situation by moving instruction to online and distance education delivery. Great Basin continues to assist students during the campus closures. Many services typically offered to students face-to-face have been transitioned online, over the phone, or through email. Some programs were able to get the hands-on components of their coursework completed before the campuses were closed to the public. These programs will finish their courses on time, and there will be no hands-on makeup time needed. Other programs like welding weren't able to complete all of the required hands-on skills training and will have makeup sessions once the campus is reopened. For those students working or having other commitments at the time of the reopening, Great Basin College will accommodate their schedules. Great Basin says that they have accelerated the nursing program for their second-year students so that they can graduate early in Elko, Pahrump, and Winnemucca because of the shortage of nurses in rural communities. These nursing students are working hard with a fast-paced curriculum that will set them up to be successful and go straight into the workforce. Paramedic students will also be graduating early to help fill the void that Nevada could potentially face with emergency medical services. Great Basin College Health Science programs have responded to the emergency planning and potential shortage of supplies by giving all of them to local hospitals and community partners. Great Basin College has already helped Desert View Hospital, Northeastern Nevada Regional Hospital, and the University Police. Well, a Nye County deputy offers an intoxicated man a courtesy ride home, but along the way, that man decides he wants out, and that stunt landed him in jail.
Coleman Huckabee is under arrest and facing several charges, including intoxicated pedestrian on the roadway, resisting a peace officer, civil custody for alcohol abuse, endangering self, and possession of a controlled substance. Deputies were called out for a report of a possible intoxicated person in the roadway. Witnesses say the man, later identified as Huckabee, wandered inside a nearby home. According to the arrest report, the homeowner knew Huckabee, but he still wanted him to leave. Dispatchers were able to locate an address for Huckabee, so a deputy offered him a courtesy ride home due to what the deputy described as Huckabee's high level of intoxication. But the ride didn't last long. The officer says as he accelerated from the stop sign at Leslie and Bell Vista, Huckabee opened the rear door and jumped from the vehicle. When the officer stopped and got out, he says Huckabee became combative and was yelling obscenities as he tried to run away. The deputy says he took Huckabee to the ground, but he continued to resist. After a brief struggle, Huckabee was placed into wrist restraints. While searching Huckabee, officers found a white plastic baggie which contained a crystalline substance. Huckabee was placed under arrest and transported to jail. Officers say on the way, Huckabee began banging his head on the cage of the patrol vehicle and attempted to open the rear door again. He was checked by medical staff at the detention center. Test results showed the substance found in the baggie was methamphetamine.
Thanks so much to Brad. Well, I'm sure you've noticed that here on our news, we are doing most of our videos by either Skype or some kind of teleconference. And many of us are doing everything that we can to help prevent the spread of the coronavirus or COVID-19. According to Cleveland Clinic Dr. Matthew Feynman, one of the best ways to keep illnesses from jumping from person to person is through the use of technology or telemedicine.
Telemedicine and telehealth, the use case with contagious illness, whether it be SARS or Ebola or influenza and now coronavirus, was the typical best use case to reduce people coming into contagious waiting rooms, reducing the chance that caregivers themselves could get sick, and reducing the chance that patients themselves can co-infect others who are not sick.
Telemedicine connects doctors and patients in real time by using a web-based video service. In many cases, doctors are able to diagnose a condition virtually and recommend treatment.
We get that body language, that interaction with the patient to say, I think it would be helpful if we did this. I think we need an x-ray, or we need an additional lab test, or I am concerned that your symptoms are suggestive enough that you need in-person care.
Virtual visits keep people away from each other when they're sick, which helps stop the spread of illness. And for people who are well, they can avoid visiting the office and any germs that may be there. Dr. Feynman says telemedicine is also a good way to get questions answered quickly.
It's a convenience, but it also provides access to care. It also has a capability to say, I'm sick right now, and some of the hardest parts for a patient is navigating around the healthcare system about, I want to be seen, when can I be seen, where can I be seen? So it allows us to see a patient really within a few minutes.
Dr. Feynman also points out that when healthy people use telemedicine, it frees up emergency departments and doctors' offices to see patients who need hands-on care right away.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, as we go into our break, we're going to take a look outside.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donohue with today's weather. In Las Vegas, we had a high of 77 degrees, a low of 48. 89, a low of 64 in Death Valley, 73, 42 in both Amargosa and Beatty, 64, a low of 32 in Goldfield, 68, a low of 35 in Tonopah, 57, 33 in Carson City, 69, 32 in Fallon, and 64, a low of 33 up in Fernley. Now today in Pahrump, we saw sunny skies. Our high today was 77 degrees. Winds coming out of the north up to 1 mile per hour, so really no wind today at all. Humidity at 30% and our sunrise at 6:29 this morning. Now for tonight, we're going to be seeing clear skies. Our low is going to be 48 degrees. It is 75 outside currently with winds coming out of the southeast up to 6 miles per hour. That wind kicked up just a little bit. Humidity at 43% and 7:06 tonight expected for our sunset. Now looking into that 7-day, we're going to see some mostly sunny skies pretty much through Saturday. We do have some clouds rolling in on Sunday and then a 60% chance of rain on Monday. Now also this weekend, we do have some more high winds rolling in up to 18 miles per hour on Saturday and 20 miles per hour on Sunday. And that's going to come down to 13 miles per hour by Tuesday. Now temperature-wise, pretty much Wednesday through Saturday, we're going to be hanging out in those high 60s to 70s, just around 69 to 77 degrees. Then from Sunday to Tuesday, we're pretty much going to be in those mid-60s, just around 61 to 67 degrees. Now our overnight's pretty straightforward, just hanging out in that 40-degree bracket, just anywhere between 43 to 49 degrees up until next Tuesday. And now with that, we're going to throw it back to the desk with Deanna.
Thanks so much, Michael. Well, there's a Facebook group called People Helping People During This Pandemic, and you can go on there and join, and if you have anything to offer, you can also help out your fellow citizens. But Pahrump Tourism, or visitpahrump.com, is stepping up to spread positivity and offer some financial support to its local community during these unprecedented times. Throughout March and April, Pahrump Tourism, or visitpahrump.com, is asking Facebook and Instagram followers to tag Pahrump residents who have been affected during the coronavirus pandemic and could use a little pick-me-up. They will then randomly select 40 people to receive a $50 gift card for local Pahrump restaurants and offer delivery and takeout. Small businesses throughout Nevada and Pahrump particularly have been severely impacted by the pandemic. The Pahrump Tourism Director, Arlette Ledbetter, says that the gift cards will not only assist Pahrump residents, but also support the local economy as well. Stay up to date with everything happening by visiting visitpahrump.com. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell from all of us here at KPVM-TV and Ace Country Radio. Have a great night. I'll see you back here tomorrow.